All right, folks, this is Firebird Lover. I am back, and we are just about ready for Astalon Tears of the Earth. I want to see as much hype in chat for Flagalstan as we can get, who will be here shortly. Please, chat, take it away. Flagalstan, this is all you.
Alright. Hello, everyone. I'm going to be playing Astalon Tears of the Earth, except for I'm not playing the main game. I'm playing as the Black Knight mode, which is the final boss here. And I'm just going to get into it right now. And so this character is kind of interesting. This main game is a Metroidvania of traversing like a 2D castle with a bunch of different characters. Instead of doing that, I just got the one character here who has two abilities, just at swinging a sword and a death ball that consumes a little bit of my health every time I use it. And he also has mad hops compared to the rest of the cast, which is partly why I play this, just because I'm a bunny and I get to hop around a bunch like this. And it also has a small fun feature you might see called Coyote Time, which is basically if you fall off a ledge without using your jump, you have a little bit of time to jump before you lose your jump completely. And I'll be using that a little bit here and there, but right now I'm basically just trying to blitz through this castle. And you'll see me collect a few keys here and there, because I have a very tight key routing. You might also see those blue orbs in the top left. That's usually a form of currency, but for this character, it is actually a form of damage. The higher that number gets, the more damage I have, but as it stands, I'm not really worried about that because I have enough tools as is to beat the game. And then you might be wondering how you heal in this game, since the main game you actually grab food, wall chicken, and all that. Actually stand in pools of Kool-Aid, which you might have just saw right over there, and just absorb it in. But not this one that this boss is going to have. This is the first boss here. And I'm going to be fighting 3 of these guys, plus the main final boss throughout this entire run. And this first guy is just a simple... This guy has got 2 easy attacks, and I want him to spawn over here like he did. And I'm just gonna rush him down. And that's the first boss dead already. Which is very good. Thank you. And now in the meantime, we just get to hop around and just wait for the boss death scene. And that's the first key that we need to actually beat the end of the game. Or first main, key item, I guess. You're gonna see a lot of small rooms here, and there's a few times where there's secrets in this castle, right there where I'm just gonna jump through a fake wall, and right there where I'm gonna jump through another fake wall. And just for safety's sake, I'm gonna grab a little bit of health here. Just because this game, health is a resource that I'm expending. And it can be very dangerous when I'm using my health to hit switches and everything. And here's one of the only glitches in the game that you might have just missed, where you clip into a platform. And there's really not much else for glitches, except for there is one other thing here, which I'll show you right before the second boss, which I'm already at. Where if I splash around in this Kool-Aid a little bit, I can... you're only supposed to heal 3 health at a time, but if you leave and re-enter it before the timer counts down for it to give you that 3 health, it'll start a new one. And you can basically stack up your healing to heal a lot faster. This boss here is a little annoying in that it has 2 phases, and if I get it to half health... No, I did it wrong. Ah well. We'll just have to fight it slowly. Well, I should be able to kill it on this phase. You can, like, get it really low so that you kill it in that phase when it's coming out. And then that's the second boss dead already. And unfortunately, the climb up to the third boss is going to take a lot longer than what you just saw right there. And we're going to be playing it what will look very risky with my health. And we killed the boss on a funny phase where it was not, the screen is not supposed to shake for that long. And what is that? So this game is supposed to be split up into 4 sections, I believe. We've already cleared the first 2. There are 4 main sections. And now we're into the third area, which in the main game does have a boss, or a mini-boss of sorts. But that mini-boss is this guy I'm playing as, and I don't really like to fight myself, so you will not see me in any of those rooms I typically appear in. And now for one of the hardest puzzles in the entire game. There we go. And I do want to give a bit of a warning. I think it's in like 3 rooms. I'm going to take a safety heal here. There is a bit of a seizure warning. I'll give it again when I'm like right in front of it. Yeah, right here is a bit of a seizure warning, so if you do not like white flashing lights. And here's another one of those secrets, as well as a funny thing. If you noticed, I jumped headfirst into those spikes. Not all ceiling spikes in this game work. Most do. Like, these ones up here would hurt me, but I can freely bonk into these ones like this, and it's just, they're fine. They're not real. And you may notice in this room, there's a teleporting skeleton. There's a few of those around the castle. All of them are the worst enemy in the game, individually. And that's because if I'm not careful, they can telefrag me. And those guys only thankfully do 8 damage, but the later ones do 15. And there's also a very interesting mechanic with the gravity in this, where, if you notice, I tried to enter that previous teleporter while on the ground. If you take a teleporter or anything while in the air, your aerial momentum downward continuously builds up. And now for the freest heal in the game, where we splash around in the puddle again. And that's the third area down. Now we just have the fourth area, which is the hardest. And this is the room where I would fight myself if I wanted to, but I don't. A big feature of this room is using damage boosting, taking small damage from certain enemies so you don't take large damage from others. Because everything in here deals around like 10 to 15, if not more. And there's a fun, risky strat you can do in this room where if you go very fast, you could jump into the spikes and make it up here, but I don't want to do that, I'll be honest, right now. And here is the very dangerous section of this in just a second here. Just need to come up here, grab, I think this is the second to last white key. Use my Shadow Orb to break that. And I waited there because I was worried that guy would spawn on me, and if I didn't, that's one of the skeletons. Here's the second. I think I can jump over him? Yep. And here's the worst one in this one. And I waited for him and barely didn't take damage from that guy. And now we're gonna walk menacing towards this guy and right through him. And in this next room, after this, is one of my other least favorite friends. He's always on a bad global cycle, or maybe it's a room cycle, but he hit me here, which is kind of bad. But I'll just heal it in the next room. I do like this room, where those pots are keeping all the enemies from taking damage, and you need to kill the pot and then kill the enemies to get through it. Because I got hit, I'm taking a safety heal in here, because I need a lot of health for an upcoming mini-boss. And this is an interesting room, because it's actually blocked a bit by the UI, but the intentional way to go through this room is actually up there in the top left by some hidden blocks. And I'm gonna patiently wait this one out just to be safe. Okay, there we go. And here's the mini-boss here where I need around like 25 health to kill it. Or I guess 20 health it looks like. And now we begin the final ascent. Here's the last case of the teleporting skeletons, but I can just ignore them. This is the only item in the game I really need to grab. And all it does is actually makes me move faster, which is very fun. Right now we're gonna tag that purple guy, then jump into one of those scythes just to take less damage, otherwise we would have taken like 30 damage in that room instead of 17. Yeah, that's a little scary. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now we're mostly safe here. The third boss is up next, and then right after that is the final boss. So this is the third boss, the hardest one in the game, and I'll show you why. I want to kind of wiggle back and forth, so I want to break all 4 segments of them. Okay, there we go. And now for the hardest boss phase in the entire game. There we go. And that's the third boss down. Now we get to enjoy the Icarus emblem and just hop around a lot more. This is a very bunny game, by the way. I just really like just the aerial movement is why I picked up this game, and it's just been a real treat to run.
It looks very smooth to watch.
Thank you. And now we just need to cross one little thing there. And I could be risky and go fight the final boss, because this is technically just enough HP to kill it, but we're not doing that. We're playing it safe today. And by that I mean we're splashing around. And... nice, I got the good stairs, which always makes me happy. Now I just need to wait for this cutscene and I can go fight the final boss. And they're going to give me a little bit of speech about how I completed most of the tests, but I did say I don't like to fight myself, but unfortunately that's what I have to do sometimes. And this is a slightly bad scenario, but it's okay. It should be okay. I should be able to... There we go. I messed up that first jump, but that's time right there.
Good game.
Thank you. Man, I'm just happy I got to show off this game this well. I don't know if we've got time for it, but if we get through credits, we can check my in-game time and see if that was a PB or not. Which I think I did pretty well in that one safety heal in
I'm sure we got time
the
for
clock
it.
tower.
Go for it.
I'm very happy I got to show this off.
I'm very happy you did too, and I'm very happy we'll be showing off again in just about a little over a week at Awesome Games Done Quick.
Yeah, I think my time slot right now is Saturday at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So if you all want to wake up and catch me at that time, I'd appreciate it.
Not what the schedule showed when I looked at it. Just
what's it say right now?
5:23 a.m.
Okay.
So you get to sleep in a little bit more.
Sleep in or stay up. I'll be figuring out that one soon.
One or the other. Also, I want to make a quick note about someone else in chat who is involved in Awesome Games Done Quick. We have Mr. Shasta, who while he is not, while they're not going to be running tonight, they will be doing also doing a run during this weekend.
Let's go, Shasta. Should be credits there.
We're all hoping you got a PB.
Well, we'll see. And if so, I can submit this to the leaderboards, which was always fun. It is a PB by 1 second.
Congratulations!
At least I'm pretty sure. I'd have to check to see which one of these it is. Either way, it's the recorded PB, so it's the one that counts.
PB hype!
Thank you all for having me here.
Thank you, Flagalstan, for showing off your amazing skill.
Mm-hmm.